Hello, welcome to our presentation on incident response. What is incident response? The goal of incident response is to prevent, detect, investigate, and respond to cyber attacks if, when, during, and after they happen. What are cyber attacks to begin with? Well, cyber attacks are any digital or physical breach that threaten the confidentiality, integrity, and/or availability of an organization's information systems and/or sensitive data. I'll talk about some common incidents right here. Number one, ransomware, where a person will encrypt or lock your files, often requiring a payment to unlock them. Number two, one of the most common ones, phishing and social engineering. For example, a person will impersonate someone who works at your bank and will trick you into giving them your bank details. You'll encounter some everyday tasks in an incident response world that require very specific skills and knowledge to get those tasks done. Number one being the most important, threat detection and analysis, requiring a deep understanding of network protocols, system logs, and data flow to be able to spot cyber threats and respond to them. Number two being incident response, the most step policy driven one. Steps include preparation, identification, containment, detection and analysis, and finally post-incident review, which is a very good segue into my third point, or task, which is reporting and post-incident review. Strong written and communication skills for executive and technical review, as well as compliance and or knowledge of these regulators being GDPR, HIPAA, PCI, DSS. Now, a very typical educational pathway would first start with a bachelor's degree in either cybersecurity, IT, or computer science. Some basic courses that you would expect in your year one, foundational courses like intro programming courses, intro to networking and OS system courses, and your basic general education math courses. Your year two would build on the security fundamentals, courses including computer networks, intro to information security and cryptography, and systems programming courses. Now, I'll pass it over to my partner Ruben, who will finish the educational pathway and the rest of the presentation.
Thank you for starting us off there, Fernando. So kind of continuing in there, so in year three, you want to put a bigger emphasis on incident response courses, such as incident response and threat hunting, as well as digital forensics. And then we want to take everything we've learned, put that in application, and get an internship during the summer. That way we can kind of get real world applicational skills. And then from there, when you come back from summer, from the internship, hopefully, then you will start year four and trying to work on building the project of having a mini security operations center, starting getting used to, seeing all of those potential incidents and getting practice with that as well. And then, we want to use that time from school, building that resume, having it finalized, and then having our GitHub labs set up as well. And then, we want to use all this time and practice to get our CISP certification, because that's widely regarded in the industry, and most places are accepting that as a good way to start off, and that'll help you put you above the rest. And then, for the job roles themselves, so it starts off as an incident response analyst, and that starts roughly about $74,000 a year. And from there, you can move up to the digital forensic analyst, and that starts you roughly about $95,000 a year. And then from there, once you become seasoned and veteran, then the next level above that is a security operations analyst, and that starts you roughly about $120,000 a year. So each of these roles is expected to have a higher average salary because there's a big demand for these roles as it stands today. So for incident response analysts, the growth rate is expected to go up to 33% over the next decade. And for digital forensic analysts, that's expected to go for anywhere from 14 to 33% over the next decade as well. And then for security operations analysts, those are in really high demand right now. And so it's only expected to grow at minimum 33% over the next decade. And again, that's just the minimum, so it'll probably go even higher than that. And then, we have to thank Bob Thomas, who's pioneered as the father of cybersecurity. He's kind of helped develop these incident responses that we still use in practice today. And he's the one who helped develop the first virus back in 1971, just to kind of show the vulnerabilities that are in our systems today. The system back then, what we call the internet now. So it's kind of just showing how these systems can be broken into and be affected. So without Bob Thomas, we wouldn't have incident response as we know it today.